Hello YouTube, my name is Dennis, and this is Average Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. In the last episode, we proceeded on with the story and managed to beat a bunch of demons. We killed like 20 demons in that room. We also broke the Ward Stone and unleashed its mythic energies into ourselves. So I think that might have actually been the end of chapter 1.
Make way. Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabras. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate. And he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendov.
One hell of a fight calls for one hell of a party.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabras. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
It's simply unforgivable.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, breathe on this for me. For good luck. Nice. I'll put it on display at home. Or maybe I'll make a hole in it and wear it as a pendant.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
Iomade's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendov.
I mean, technically we are lawful, even if we are lawful evil.
And for me also. So, this is what he looks like. The one all Mendov is talking about. News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange...
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabras will enjoy themselves today, and my reinforcements will ensure peace and order. Please, don't your majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Nerosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms. Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new hero all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders.
We're here celebrating while the demons might be planning their next campaign.
Oh, I do not doubt that, even for a moment. But we will not give them another chance to catch us off our guard. It is time to turn back the tide.
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Daskari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Kionin, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening.
Oh. I hope Darren doesn't leave us. I actually kind of enjoy having him. He's a great fucking healer.
I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate. But all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you. Especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
Partying with the queen.
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
Interesting. Oh. Now we're really starting right off. And we leveled up.
Rise, warriors. Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Golfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canabris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death. And now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed. There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Oh boy. Here we are, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Okay then. All right, well, first off, let's go ahead and do our level up. So we are taking another level of Arcane Rider. I think we're gonna be sticking pure with Arcane Rider. And we're taking Enduring Blade at this level, which will give us the ability to spend 2 points from our Magus pool to extend our duration on our enchantments to 1 minute per level, which will be 6 whole minutes. As for a second level spell, we are going to go ahead and pick up Full Strength and Molten Orb, I think, are a good one. All right, so that's it for me. We're not going to worry about her right now because I don't actually know what I'm going with for her. Nenio, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and we've actually... I got to look at the build video that I was using really quick. Let's see. This is Sela. This is Darren. That's Lan. It's Woljif. Ah, here he goes. Here's Nenio. So this level, we're actually going to abandon Scroll Savant and pick up our first level in Eldritch Knight. We'll keep with the same. And we get a bonus combat feat, in which case we are taking... Oh, hold on. Looks like we are taking Improved Initiative for her. Alright. So now she's an Eldritch Knight. So that's nice. I believe she'll start dual wielding here soon. Alright, Woljif. Woljif is gonna, I believe Woljif is continuing along his path of Vivinist. So we'll go back up to Alchemist. He gets a lot of points. Medical Discovery. Hold on. Ah, we are taking Infusion. This will let our spells, our infusions, act like spells, basically, and let them use on allies as well. And of course, there's only a few more things that we can actually take, so we might as well go ahead and pick up Stone Fist. Why not? Next up, Sela. Sela should be fairly easy. The only thing we really get is a Mercy. So we're going to continue on this path. We're going to pick up Mercy Diseased. For her. We're going to continue Oracle, I believe. As for spell, we're picking up Prayer, which is really just like an enhanced version of Bless. And then our boy Lan, who is my favorite of all of them, picking up Ranger Demon Slayer level 6. Demon Slayer favorite enemy upgrade. So that now gives us an additional +2 to hit and damage against demons of all varieties. So that's fairly simple. I maybe should consider upgrading her just because I don't really know what I will be dealing with, but I also don't know what I'm giving her. and I don't want to interrupt the video with trying to level her up. So instead, let's just look around. Storyteller's here, Nenio's here, and a Crusader Wizard are all here. My horse is here. Hello, Storyteller. I see myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. Thank you, Darwin, and please, follow me to my story. Let us embark on this journey together. They are leaving. The people of Kian faced the coming Earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurried to the gates of Sovereign, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Galarian. I am ashamed, and I'm so sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of the catastrophe. My will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with a tree bark cover, in case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watch the gate of the Sorvian stone close, separating me from them. It is time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. He hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Sorverin. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fears of what is to come. They were afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Yes, I'm an archmage, and this title is well-deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic, but curiosity has always pushed me towards new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. A magnificent crystal bent into an arch by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator. Our great gate to the other worlds. It breathes power. It dreams of eternity. I spent many hundreds of years in Kian. I have always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home, but the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Galarian. All its places, all the forms it manifests in. I traveled widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels, but they weren't interested. They only cared about Kian. Kionan? Kionan. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world made me sad and angry. Earthfall happened at night. I'm standing at the top of my tower. Oops, sorry. Many miles to the north of Kionan, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a tremendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock rushing down on my world. And then, a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down to the bowels of Galarian and up to the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels filling my eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness, along with countless denizens of Galarian. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought. I'm blind. But no, little by little I begin to see the stone wall. I'm alive, but why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere. The great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently the continent of Aslant. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk at day and complete darkness at night. My face sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my head. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly like the last archmage of Kionan should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I am still alive and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it in a blind panic like my kinfolk and my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. A disaster of untold proportions. An unborn planet dropped on Golarion by blind fate or someone's evil will. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslant is destroyed within moments, turned to ashes, wiped off the face of Golarion. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ash and dust are born, stealing our sun. Without the warmth of our star, the air cools, the soil is barren, dark creatures crawl out of their layers to rule. And the most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the heart. This is the age of darkness. It's my retreat to the north of Keonan. My home away from home, my observatory. From its top I watched the stars, and when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wastelands I found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. On clear days I could see the mist over the lake of mists and veils in the east. Ooh. That's how high I was. I do not know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. With that, it is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Galarian civilizations. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. Forgive me, I shouldn't have raised my voice. The story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played the main role in it. It is so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside, those that I felt a long time ago, and not remember them. Ugh. It's like I split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writings on your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and we'll find out how my story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. I have decided not to, I'm afraid. My path and the path of the Crusade lead in the same direction, but alas, they are not yet one and the same. After the demons were driven away from Canabras, the path into the Whirlwind became open, if only temporarily. I'm planning on using this opportunity to visit. It doesn't matter now. I'd hate to bore you with all the details of my venture, which may prove useless even for myself. However, I will try to return to the Crusades and aid them in their confrontation with the demons after I'm done. I hope to meet you again, in this world rather than the next. Okay then. Oh, I really am fucking tired. Alright, whoever this is had their own tent, so I suppose we should go in there. Nora Dendawar. Seems there's a ton of stuff in here. Ooh, Alchemist Fire. Book. Excellent. The courtesans and Darren. Ha, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end. Very soon you will depart on your crusade, where you'll scrape by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amidst snoring soldiers, be rudely awakened by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs, before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me too. I've just rented a sailboat in the south. I've also hired an excellent chef and a host of other entertainments. Well, each their own, I suppose. You know, I am genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little more time together. But of course, not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take all this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. Eh. Alas, life is full of disappointments. I must reject your offer. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet an eerie and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory on this most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. I really do hope that he stays. I imagine he does, but I don't know. Ooh. Arrow of Law. Interesting. Horgus Worm. Good day, do you remember me? I'm, Jernog. We spoke in the Defender's Heart. So you're the commander of the Crusade now. Eris still knows it's hard to imagine someone worthier of taking up the post than the savior of Canabras. May the good gods help you prevail. Don't take it amiss, but no, I haven't. I have my own task. I'm in Chili Creek, a tiny hamlet which, due to some oversight, has been left without a priest for these many years. I'm about to set sail for there. I'll be making my journey along Old Man Sellen. Woljeff. Horgus. Wilsur Garms, the camp quartermaster, at your service. How may I be of help? Ooh, new stuff. Alright, let's sort this by price in descending order. Black Dragon's Fang. Ooh. I'm intrigued. We have a lot of stuff to sell, so let's go ahead and do that. Nobody in our party uses a scythe, great axe, or war pick, so we can get rid of all of those. Scroll of Curse of Weakness could be nice. 11 Masterwork scythes, 11 Masterwork of these, Masterwork kukris, glaives, short swords, compound bows, this and that. Oh my god. 13,000 gold in just that stuff alone. Wow. Okay, let's see what else we got. Scrolls of Inflict Wounds, I'm not going to be using. We'll keep our Regents. Scroll of Resist Fire. Inflict Wounds, we're still not going to be using. Blindness. Yeah. Silver Buckle, Gold Ring. Interesting. Scroll of Vanish. Most of this stuff is no longer valuable. All right, 14,925 gold to spend on stuff. 935. Oh, more stuff. Okay, I think that's it. Actually, could get rid of the breastplate. What's everybody wearing? You don't wear armor. You wear light armor, so a chain shirt's the best. You wear heavy armor. You could wear this, but the mithril is better for you. And you also don't wear armor. So, in that case, this is useless to me. Wait, what? It's only worth 50? I'm not selling it to you then. That's a +2 breastplate. Nimble Edge. It's an S stock. So this is a +3 corrosive longsword. When it hits, it deals an additional 2d6 acid damage to all enemies in a 30-foot area. Wow. And it automatically does a 1d6 extra acid damage on each hit. Wide Sweep is kind of a cool name, but something we won't be using. Blade of Order. This is a +2 scimitar, and when it lands a hit on a chaotic evil creature, it applies a -1 penalty to that creature's damage rolls until the end of combat and stacks up to a -5. That's cool. A lot of this stuff is stuff we won't be able to wear. Oh, an adamantine full plate would be great for Sheila or Sela. But we can't even afford that. We're gonna have to look at slightly less impressive things for now. Composite longbow +2. A mithril chain shirt +2 would actually be really great for Woljif. A ring of protection +2 would be really good. I'm gonna take the things that'll be really good, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my in the sale window, but I doubt I'll be buying them all. Full plate +1. What is my character currently wielding for a weapon? He's using a regular Cold Iron Masterwork Battle Axe, so if this guy's got a +1 Battle Axe, he does. I definitely need to get that for me. You are currently just wielding a composite longbow, but you're going to need different weapons. Kukris could be decent. Actually, you need a +1 dagger. So we can start you on that. You have a +1 rapier plus that. Eventually, you'll be dual wielding rapiers. You technically should be switching to scimitars. But I really don't think I found another scimitar that's as good as this thing. It's worth 1,875. We've got a +1 scimitar. But this does an additional 1d3 damage, and it's cold iron. For now, we'll just keep going through the list. Heavy shield +1 would be great for Sheila or Sela. All this masterwork stuff is of little use to me. And then this is all the stuff that I've already sold you. Okay, well, the weapons are almost an essential thing. The mithril chain shirt would be great. +2 ring of protection. You're already wearing a +1 ring of protection, so I could replace that with the +2. You also have a +1. Is there more stuff I could sell? I mean, nothing that's going to get me that kind of cash. I need another 6 grand. So. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. The +2 ring. Actually, I feel like that would be better. To have the +2 chain shirt would probably be better for him. So let's do that. I'm going to do the +2 mithril chain shirt, and we're going to get rid of the ring of protection instead. Okay, you are now getting a +1 axe. You are now getting a +2 chain shirt. And a +1 dagger. Can Eldritch Knights wear armor? At second level and at every level thereafter, an Eldritch Knight gains new spells per day as if he had gained 11 arrows. Okay, so no, they don't get arcane armor training. They can, but they don't yet. So she will still suffer the arcane failure chance for everything. So she can't wear armor. So she has to stick to the silver robe for now. I also feel like she needs to switch weapons, but oh god, her strength is dude. Definitely got to stick with that. I suppose that's it. Let's just sell the stuff that we don't need. Gives us another 400. Which really isn't going to get us too much. We got 1965. Well, and technically, it does. Gives us all the way up to half plate plus 1. Chainmail plus 1, chain shirt plus 1. Random curiosity. Okay, so she could use a kukri, but it's kind of worthless on her right now. And that just cost me money because it's not going to sell for as much. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be it. Alright, let's explore more of the camp. Horses and other crusaders. Grandma Gretlin, the director. Oh, those guys. Yo, a giant cyclops. Oh, here's land. See all the random people. More crusaders. Oh, I can't saddle up here. Okay, that's annoying. A recruit. Picture this. My sword is by the fire. There's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more digging around through my tent. I sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail, once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my sword. So what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know? They all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me. So I jump over the fire wearing nothing but my mail shirt. I grab my sword and I yell in my big tough voice, "Oh, inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword's shining, the goblins are screaming. I jump to attack them and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never took a step without my weapon. We only just set off and you're already drinking. And with the queen in the camp, stop this at once. Her Majesty's health. Commander, are you sure this is the right way to train your shoulder? Never mind. It's your business. Gotta have a bit of fun. Ooh, more loot to sell. Oop. Field medic. Camilla? Glad to see you're making yourself useful. Yeah, hey, we're getting plenty of loot out here. Saren Ray. Desna. Almaday. Of course. Okay, that's cool. We spent so much time exploring just this area, we actually haven't done like anything in this. Alright, hey guys, more stuff for you. Thank you. Oh, there's an Evia here. Ooh. An Earthbreaker. Interesting. We had a couple of quest pop-ups while I was doing this, so let's take a quick look at those. Okay, so we have a few that are marked with red. So Cold Waters. Visit Jernong Chili Creek. This little fishing village on the bank of Selen River has been without a priest for many years, but now Jernah, the young cleric of Aristil, is sailing to their salvation. He's certain that a warm welcome awaits him, and he even invited the commander to come visit him in his new home. So we only have until we finish this chapter. I don't know how long that'll be. The Outcast, we're waiting on Kalessa. Banner over the Citadel. Make it to Dresden. The army sets off from Canabras to Dresden. Between the two cities, there are miles and miles of land maimed by the claws of the abyss. How many of those who set out will reach their destination alive? Will anyone join them along the way? Time is a luxury they do not have, and the chances that the whole situation will change unpredictably increase with each passing day. The beginning of a long road. Examine the campsite of the Eagle Watch. Visit the nameless ruin with Nenio, which we can now do. Now that the trouble in Canabras has passed, it's time to visit the camp. So we can now visit the Houndheart camp. Wipe out the band of cultists. Find the lost relics of the Crusade. Okay, so we have a decent amount of things that we can be doing. We need to go finish examining the camp. So let's visit the campsite of the Eagle Watch. Did I not visit everywhere? It looked like I did, but... Encampment of Canabra's Shoulders. Neurosand Recruit Encampment. Eagle Watch Encampment. Okay. Okay, now I can speak with the Queen. Oop, box. Yeah, potions and scrolls, always very useful. What kind of stuff can I take from the Queen's tent? Oh, so much stuff. Half plate. Nothing masterwork there. Ooh. Gold. I'm just now robbing the freaking Queen's tent, which is great. Don't mind me, Your Majesty, just expecting stuff at the camp, you know, gotta make sure everything's okay. Oh, my chest. This is where I could just store stuff. If my weight was too much, which it's not, because I'm currently only carrying like 20 pounds, and with a full party I can carry 2,200 pounds worth of stuff. Who are you? The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the 5th Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mandev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Bainik.
Huh? There's a halfling? Where did damn... Oh, wow.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, would you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
You should know I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canopus. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him.
He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel, even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on their special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again? I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Canobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the wardstone in Canopris. We might have lost one of the wardstones, but the chain is still standing. Of course, I shall answer. That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss. Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
I am still lawful. You shouldn't have stayed the hand of justice. If he had died, he wouldn't be betraying you again now.
Justice was nowhere to be found that day. The army had become a mob, and the tribunal was a prelude to what that mob craved: bloody carnage. I am the Queen of Mendev, and the leader of the Crusades. Justice served on my behalf cannot look like that. Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Nerosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead. We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess. Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold, the very threshold of the Abyss. Wonderful. Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the Crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerdokian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander? Of course. Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
I knew you would approve, Commander.
Guess that's how we get to keep him in the party.
I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Canobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers.
I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the Crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
Tell me straight, how'd that brawl at the Great Garrison end? I heard the rumors, of course. It's kind of my job, you know, to listen. No idea what cobblers the Crusaders say about you. Some say that Amade came to you and appointed you her herald. Others say that you died, and an honest-to-God's angel is now leading the army disguised as you. Still, others say it was just an explosion in an alchemist lab, and I'm the one spreading rumors about your powers. I wish. But you know, you've really changed since the Grey Garrison. It's hard to describe, but you've become kind of more dangerous. All right. Well, I think that's going to have to do it for this episode, guys, because we're past an hour now. So tune in for the next episode where we get this crusade underway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that subscribe button and check it in the description down below for the link to the Discord where you can come chat with me one-on-one or with others of the community who are some pretty fantastic people once you get to know them. And of course, as always, game on.